Clive Barker's Hellraiser is really good. Um, I think it has some very incredible gore and uh, just practical effects. Like they just look so good, and it hasn't aged badly. Still looks amazing to this day. That's something great about the old horror films back in the day. Like they had such, like even if they weren't perfect or didn't have a good story, they would always have some very great gore effects. That's something that's always consistent with classical horror. Um, the characters, they were pretty good. Not the best in horror, but um, they're decent enough. Uh, there's some really good looking shots, especially with the Cenobites, and Doug Bradley as Pinhead in this film, just amazing. Um, Even though this was Clive Barker's first film he ever directed, he did bring in some really good direction, and one of them was to have Pinhead do less, and I find that pretty neat. Christopher Young's score, oh my gosh, it gave me chills in several moments. It's just so, it's hard to explain, but his music for Hellraiser is just another entry into iconic music in horror, in the horror genre. Now, the only issue I can think of right now that I have with the film, well, like aside from like the characters like being decent and all, was that, for one, the studio, in this case, New World Pictures, wanted the setting of this film to be ambiguous because this was filmed in British and they had British actors, but they wanted, but they dubbed in like some American people dubbed in. I just don't get it. I mean, why can't you just let things be the way they were supposed to? And in some instances, you can definitely tell they were dubbed. And also how there were some line deliveries that I think could have used an extra take or had more energy and emotion put into it. Like the "go to hell" line. I was just thinking, really? Really? That was the best take you could have used? It was just like, it sounded like the actress was just reading the script when shooting the scene. But aside from that, I think this is a really neat horror film. I wonder what Hellbound Hellraiser 2 is going to be like.